Alright, hello. Let's check the scene out. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you all. Don't mind the mess in the back there. Just haven't gotten a chance to really organize much, but yeah, we're gonna keep going here. We started the save a couple days ago, been able to finally resume it from where we left off yesterday. We've played, like a few days ago, we've played about 8 games in the Campeonato Paulista as Palmeiras. We're currently top of the table overall, and in our group, we are leading as well. So just gradually making sure we get our place in the quarterfinals here after playing a couple more games, which we have the fixture schedule here. So I got 4 more in the stud-wise, and then the eventual playoff stuff, and then we'll also have the Libertadores first round matchups, the group stage portions of it here in the first half. So before we kind of get started with the Brasileiro. That said, let's just keep it moving here. We're immediately jumping into this next game. Make sure it's the lineups that I want. Primarily, I do want to okay, there we go. This is a little more like it. Right, so Inter de Limeira are our next game here in the Campeonato Paulista. And we're playing in our third kits as well, the yellow and blue alternative, the Brazil looking ones. So that's exciting. Okay. Mikael, Piqueires, Andreas Pereira, Paulinho, Piqueires, Andreas. Takes the shot himself, and I guess the attempt's appreciated. Actually, let me switch up here. Damn, Paulinho with a good tackle there. Mikael, Andreas, Piqueires, over to Anibal Moreno, Agustin Giai. And Anibal Moreno from out of nowhere. Guy decides to score a banger. Can't complain. Yeah, that looks like it was going out for a second, but it just dipped out just enough to get the nice bounce off the post. It's funny to see him score when we just sold him to River Plate for, I think, 7 million. which was about the same amount that we paid for him out of Racing, I believe. So even the amount ended up being even on him, not really a profit, but also we didn't have a net loss in terms of sales. You know what? And yeah, these are the reasons why he got sold, because he takes dumb red cards like this. He did it in season as well at certain points. It sucks. Brutal. Does one brilliant thing and then just does something completely stupid after. I think skill level wise we have more than enough to handle this, even being a man down, but it still is it's a disadvantage overall for us. What a pass from Paulinho. Easy pickings for Pt.2 with that. Mauricio, Flaco, Pt.2, back to Flaco. Paulinho dribbles it in himself and goes for goal and gets it. Alright, even a man down, we're still cooking. Let's go. The way we should be, really, but it's still annoying to have somebody go out for a really dumb red card. So what a throw in there, and Vitor Hockey almost makes that 4-0. And GI's got a knock here. Good defensive stop here. Paulinho. Good dribbling there from Paulinho. Flaco. What a pass, Vitor Hockey. He's offside, unfortunately. Good first half, at least. But GI needs to come out due to this potential foot injury. So Kelvin can step in for him. Aside of that, everyone's been okay. Vitor Hockey can still turn the 6.8 around, and Mauricio's nearing a 7, so yeah, no complaints. Let's keep it moving. We'll do substitutions later in the half to freshen people up, give some of our younger guys a chance. John Lennon. Didn't realize they had a beetle in their ranks. Of course, I say this and they score immediately after coming off the half. That man advantage sometimes pays off for the teams like that, but okay, Mauricio gets tackled. Kelvin recovers. Andreas Bejeira. Kelvin with a bad pass. Mauricio recovers. Andreas. Kelvin has a chance. The cross gets blocked. Vitor Hockey. Andreas Bejeira. Vitor Hockey with a wonderful little assist here, and Andreas gets a goal out of it. Mikael Gomez, Flaco. Piqueires. It's an understandable complaint, Travis, but trust me when I say this, there will be a reason as to why you can't really do that in the latter chapters of Honnet's whole tale. Like, they actually tie in Zonta and Hagen really, really well for the process of the story. Paulinho, great dribbling here and just fucking beautiful. This is what it's all about. I know we're beating up on our lower side, but when the offense flows like this, you just have to be happy with it. We'll do the substitutions here after this highlight is over, just to get fresher legs in. Because, yeah, Paulinho, he's done everything I could ask him to do at this point. Let him rest. Não, Dan, realmente não tô contando os dias porque não é muito o meu feriado favorito. Vitor Roque, great goal. Banu, Tomas. Ooh, okay, good passing from their side of things here to open up the defense. Keep in mind, we're winning 6-1 while being also a man down with a red card. So, make of that what you will. Excuse me. Ooh, allergies here. Sorry about that. Okay, so Mauricio, he's done okay. Hikami Felipe can get a shot at getting some meaningful playing time here. Paulinho is on a hat-trick watch. I think I'm going to let him stick around. Not sure about Vinicius as of yet. If he moves, he moves. If he doesn't, then hey, it is what it is. Hard to say or predict. We'll give Alan as well a shot. Like, it's fine. We're winning 6-1. Let's not risk a bunch of guys going down to injury. We'll save one substitution in case of injury. Right, not the best header from Mikael on that opportunity, but we are at least we're defending well. Everton, that was just dumb. Not sure why you just decided to bat the ball down right in front of the guy's foot, but thankfully we have a 4-goal lead still to where I can let that slide to a certain extent. Just don't do that in the middle of a derby, otherwise I will replace you immediately. There's a younger, just as good as goalie as you right now on the bench that I'm trying to gradually integrate into the lineup. So, Minnesota United. Could you imagine? I know that Endrick just accepted a loan move over to Lyon. So I'm hoping he gets playing time out of that. Like, he's been overdue for that, and Real Madrid has done them zero favors. And Hikami Felipe scores. Let's go. Brilliant stuff here. Even our young academy kids are getting involved in scoring goals. That's a good day. As dominant of a win as we could ask for. I think, yeah, this should get us into the quarterfinals officially. Yep, it does. So, yeah, we're officially in the quarterfinals of the Campeonato Brasileiro. Finding for a week. Yeah, I mean, with Isaac's injury, yeah. If they're willing to spend the money on Vinicius Jr., like, hey, they spent money on folks that haven't been delivering as much for them. Let me check one quick thing here. So we got Botafogo de São Paulo. And then Grêmio Novo Horizontino, and then Mirassol after that. So, couple of tough ones near the end. Grêmio Novo Horizontino and Mirassol are both underrated sides in the state of São Paulo, so you always gotta actually like take them seriously and go at them full throttle. Yeah, that's the thing. If they made the Salah sale happen in January, they could use those funds, to be honest, on getting Vinicius into the club. That could be a pretty little decent move for them, personally. So what I need to do is recruitment focuses. We got a couple of them already. Yeah, whatever. Create the one focus that y'all want. I don't want this one. What I need to do is yep. Priority. And I also want to find some here. Okay. Because we got some Italian heritage with Palmeiras and whatnot, so maybe bringing in an Italian player wouldn't be so bad, you know? Okay, so we've got new folks coming in for the coaching staff side, which I'm letting the CPU do. Just I want to rest a couple of guys, so Luigi can get a start, Felipe Anderson can get a start. I want to try Paulinho and Vitor Hockey together. These more advanced roles and see how they play together. Nothing against Flacco. I think he'll be fine, but just... Actually, instead of... Actually, yeah, Luigi, just for development purposes. And we'll do have Rafael Veiga in for this one instead of Andreas. Lineup rotation and all. Gabriel Jesus has been rumored to leave for a while now. If it happens in this window, I have no idea as to where he could go. I'd love to see him come back to Palmeiras at some point. He'd be like a good veteran presence for the guys to have at this point, especially with the seasons we've had the past 2 years. Yeah. Alright, let's Jordan Morris to Palmeiras. Could you imagine? At the same time, like we in Brazil, we slander MLS a whole lot. So I'd rather not put poor Jordan Morris through that with our fan base, or any Brazilian fan base, really. Oh God, that bad, huh? So yeah, that he's gonna be gone a while. At the same time, I do think his whole public spat with Newcastle and just not practicing at all for a while just left him in a pretty bad, like, sharpness, kind of, like, with his conditioning. And then having to catch up with that in real time as actual, like, intense games are happening each week is... That just feels like a recipe for disaster with an injury like that. And just, it is unfortunate that it's as bad of an injury as we now know it is. All right, let's go here. Send the assistant for this. Right, and we're at home for this one as well, so it's good work, boys. Please do not fail me. Okay, Veiga on the corner. Gustavo Gomes gets dropped in the box. That is a penalty kick. Penalidade máxima. And Veiga will be going out to take it. He is our best taker currently on. Oh, yeah. In the grand scheme, it's not, but at level 30, those guys hit really hard on the physical side. Great goal. Huh, AC Milan's looking around for him. Interesting. Piqueires. Vitor Hockey, what a pass. Luigi. Good turn there, Vitor Hockey. Beautiful. Let's go here. Yes, he was. Dita was incredible during his time there. Lucas Evangelista, Vega, Evangelista, Vitor Hockey, Paulinho. What a pass there. Luigi. Beautiful. Jefferson, Level Gamalho. Ooh. Oh, we got lucky on that. Paulinho. Oh, you should have gone for that, Paulinho. Alright, there we go. Vitor Souza kicks it over to Bispo. Luquinha. Camilo. Botafogo moving it around. And yeah, they get their goal out of that. Unfortunate bounce for us. But still got a 2-goal lead here. That's fine. Alright, let's do substitutions here. Mikhail. Alan. We'll put Mauricio in for midfield, sure. There we go. Rotate the younger boys in. Luigi, Caio, Lucas Evangelista, back to Caio. Okay, Kai recovers after his own bad pass. Luigi, Mauricio. Beautiful. Luigi with a beautiful pass there. I'm not sure why he didn't get the assist off of that. But, regardless. Don't count on us. I do still think this is a transition year for us, World Cup wise. I think we get to the knockouts, but it's probably another quarterfinal exit again. Realistically, I'd love to be surprised. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think the current makeup of the national team is all the way there yet. We're still really weak on our fullbacks side of the spectrum. Center back depth is not all that good as of yet. We have some good elder statesmen, but not really, I think, depth to go with that from the younger guys. Oh, I'm counting on England to get knocked out by the round of 16 or quarterfinals on my side of the spectrum. Just your guys' media is terrible as it is with the amount of pressure they put on those guys, and then you add those sort of summer conditions on top of it as well. I just do not think they'll do well. Alright, good. You know what is on Chinos next. That was a good one for us here. Honestly, we're trying to sell you at this point. And, yeah. None. Alright, there we go. Yeah, fine. Goyas can borrow Homelo on loan. I'm good with that. We're not really playing him, so might as well get a little something back for him. Okay, cool. That loan's accepted very quickly. Cool. A couple of injuries here already starting to wreak havoc. 2 weeks for Ball. Well, he was already suspended from the horror tackle anyways, so you can just set that time out that you would be suspended anyways, recovering from injury, I guess. Victor Hockey can get the break this time around. And then we'll have... Okay, he's a right footer, so we got him on the right side. So Riquelme Felipe will get another start. We'll get Ramon Sosa involved. Benedetti on the bench as well. Over Facundo Torres has no role to play on this club, as far as I know. I need to sell him, actually. Then we'll rest Victor Hawk and Flock for this one. Have Paulinho and Felipe Anderson. Actually, I'm feeling bold enough. Benedetti can get the start along with Mikael. Have the backup defenders in. Get some reps. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, Mauricio steps on the wing, and then Riquelme Felipe along with Felipe Anderson. Yeah, perfect. Let's do that. And then Carlos Miguel started the last one, so we'll have Weatherstone in for this one. And Adam, on my side of the spectrum, what I would say Palmeiras need to do to improve in 2026, center back depth, which is massive. We need that bad boy at this point. Probably another DM as well, now that we sold Anibal Moreno, just someone that can fill in from the bench, because I do think, sort of like on the midfield side, we have Andreas there now. Lucas Evangelista can still do a job, in my opinion. Emiliano Martinez, I'm not as big on him after some of his performances last year, but maybe he can bounce back. But I think just defensively, we need more depth to withstand a long season and not have kind of the mistakes we did in some of the matchups we've had. And for me, tomorrow, like in terms of streaming-wise, I'm not sure when the next one's going to be. I might do one Christmas Day, to be honest, because I know I don't have any plans whatsoever. I think tomorrow I'm going to be headed out into the city for some last-minute Christmas shopping, work-related stuff, and then we'll see where it goes. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of potential. I'm fine with just letting his contract end. Eric Bill out to the reserve squad. That's good enough for me. Yeah, also, I guess I should note, we're live both on Twitch and on YouTube. Stream Elements has been messing around with me, but I think I finally got multi-chat to appear on my side, even though it doesn't appear on the overlay, unfortunately. Like, I can still read now whatever's coming off of YouTube side as well as Twitch, so yeah, apologies, Adam, for that. Alright, next game up against Grêmio Novo Horizontino. Okay, let's get started. Right. We're playing in white as we are in Grêmio Novo Horizontino's arena here. Andreas, Lucas. Oh, that pass had a little too much on it. Highlight's not done yet, though. Andreas, Lucas Evangelista, Jean on the left. Felipe Anderson. Jean Felipe Anderson, goal. Let's go. Go, 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 go. I don't think so, because they don't have whatever powers that were in South Korea rigging those games for them. Like, we're not in Brazil after all. Mikael, Felipe Anderson, Mauricio. Felipe Anderson again. Oh, and he almost gets that to go in for a second. No, absolutely not, Dan. To me, those guys aren't coaches. Like, Roberto Carlos hasn't coached in the better part of a decade. Ronaldo has not gotten involved with coaching in recent times. Like, if you're going to bring in a coaching staff, you need to bring people who are actually coaches, not former players who try to pass up for it and everything goes to crap in the aftermath. Like, I hate this mentality personally. Like, oh, they were legends of the national team and therefore, like, thinking that automatically makes for a good coach. It doesn't. More often than not, it kind of ends up in disaster. Sosa, Evangelista. He killed me, Felipe. Great goal. Well, even with a rotated lineup, we're still doing well, so that's nice. No, I need to change these guys up real quick. Sorry, Andreas needs to be just in the midfield specifically, since he's not good at defensive midfield stuff. Yeah, I've liked how the finishes have looked in this 4-2-4 that we're playing. Just the ball movement has flown really, really well. I'm just curious to see how it will do in the Libertadores and the Campeonato Brasileiro stages as well, but against better competition to see if it's just this seamless or if we end up running into issues. Avante, avante, Luke. Avante palestra hours, to say the least. Jafité, Sosa. I remember seeing a couple of names, Dan, but I'd have to just double check them on my end. More often than not, with our windows, like we start hearing the rumor mill kind of starting now with it over the this December stretch, and then gradually getting addressed through the Campeonato Paulista side of things. Because we were linked with Vitor Hockey for a while, and that deal didn't happen until like outright deadline day for us in the window. So it can take some time. Excuse me. Jordi. Luiz Otávio. Ayrton Moisés. Novo Horizontino moving the ball really well on that. Can't even complain. That was a good goal from Novo Horizontino's side. Let's see here. Luigi, and then Alan, GI for Kelvin, since he's got a yellow. Besides that, we should be fine. Yeah, that game was interesting. But good performance from PSG's goalie to win them that Intercontinental Cup. Oop. Felipe. Oh, great pass. He killed me. Just lacked the decision making there to go for goal. Luiz Otávio, great dribble from them. Great save from Weverton on that. I mean, he was offside, but still. Let me get Vega in instead of Andreas. Yeah, I've come around on Tim Vickery a lot. Like, I used to think he was kind of a blowhard for the longest time, but then actually paying attention to his stuff, I'm like, yeah, he does know what he's talking about. He still has some odd takes here and there that I don't necessarily agree with, but he's mostly on the money with his stuff about South American football as a whole. We'll get Murillo in for garbage time. Yeah, Novo Horizontino made us work for it this time around. Great goal from Allen to ice it, but credit where credit is due. Yeah, for over 90 minutes, Novo Horizontino held us to 2 goals. Got one of their own. Just, they didn't have enough on their tank of gas to get it done. Solid win, and then we should have Mirassol as our last game of the Paulista before the quarterfinals. Yeah, definitely so. Like it's just nice to have like voices within like an English speaking atmosphere that actually like know what they're talking about. Yeah, I think with Scotland that will be fine, but for all we know too, they could catch fire outright in friendlies leading up to the World Cup and then actually get a result against Brazil for sure. It's not a guarantee. I do think they could win it against Scotland. The Morocco game is more of a toss up for me. To me, I think so long as they can contain McTominay and Shankland on their side of the spectrum, that they should be able to do a job against them. Mm-hmm. The fact that this group that Brazil was in for 2026 is almost a full recreation of the 1998 group is kind of crazy. Shame about if Norway was only a pot four team instead of a pot three or whatever they were. That could have happened. Then again, I would have not liked to face Norway in this edition of the World Cup because I feel like that's going to be a national side that's going to be full piss and vinegar for being here like for the first time in a while, in Holland wanting to make a like an impact in the whole international stage kind of thing too. We've already got our guys registered for the Brasileiro, so we're fine there. Okay. Okay, let's save and then get started. Boom. All right. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Switzerland too is that they've been consistent in World Cup stages. Like they've just been able to kind of like get through into the second round for the last couple of editions they've been in. But I do think that within our group, that whoever ends up in third place will still make it into the second round. I just think that with Haiti being like not as a really they're the weakest team in the group, so I do think like people will get points out of them regardless of how the games go. To where like third place probably gets a decent shot at making it into the second round because of that. Kelvin on the corner. Can't find anybody. Paulinho there to recover it though. Still a box threat here. Torres, shot gets blocked. And out of bounds we go. Hold on here. Great goal for Vitor Hockey. Let's go. Okay, Vitor Hockey with another one. Great save there from Alex Muralha. Yeah, the goal difference I think will be the placement. Although I do think it could be more raw. Like, it just very much depends. I would love to get first place in the group because second place is just going to lead to like a tougher set of like second round games. So, oof, Chico da Costa. Well, that's a good goal for Mirassol right there. Okay, I love Stevo. I hope he does well. I hope he gets meaningful minutes in this World Cup and shines through them. Because we need this next generation of guys to, like, get some shine and really start kind of being that next evolution of the international side for the next couple of decades. I mean, we've known that, like, he's obviously doing great at Chelsea, which is awesome, but we've known how good he is since his academy days at Palmeiras, so it was only a matter of when for us rather than if. Oh no, Paulinho. Okay, the fact they didn't like have me take him out immediately for injury is a good sign, but we're gonna substitute him at the half just to be sure. Oh, Chico da Costa's goal was offside. Never mind. I thought they actually had tied that. Piqueires, Murilo, Gomes, Martinez, Gomes, Piqueires. Oh, end of the half. Okay, let's Felipe Anderson will get him in. Murilo's on a yellow, so yeah, I'll put in Hobson. I know he's not like as developed, but younger player and all, but he has some potential, so okay, Piqueires, Veiga, Felipe Anderson. Facundo, for God's sakes. The one game I decide to play him and he starts doing this sort of thing. Let's do this. I'm gonna switch him up sidewise. Opa, sou Christian Boots over on YouTube. Muito obrigado. Não, vai ser uma saga longa, nesse caso, pra tentar fazer isso com o Palmeiras, mas eu vou tentar. Eu acho que o jogo melhorou muito agora com os updates que eles fizeram em dezembro, mas o que eu diria nesse caso é tenta o demo, que é de graça no Steam, ver como você gosta, e daí se você decidir que você gosta, daí pode ir lá e comprar, mas também, se quiser esperar até como março ou abril, quando eles fizerem aquele update com a coisa da Copa do Mundo que eles estão colocando de volta esse ano, dá pra esperar até aquele tempo. E claro que o Mirassol faz gol quando eu tô distraído aqui. Mas aí, também parabéns pra vocês ganhando a Copa do Brasil ontem também. Foi um jogo, assim... Realmente o Memphis Depay sendo decisivo desse jeito, nossa senhora. Sei que de vez em quando ele fica com essa reputação de que só fica andando pelo campo, não faz tanta coisa assim, mas foi decisivo nessas partidas mais importantes que eles tiveram esse ano. É a diferença realmente entre vocês estando na B agora comparado com sendo campeões da Copa do Brasil, indo para a Libertadores direto também, que pelo menos isso vai pagar um dinheiro pro clube, que... Oh, Chico da Costa. Great save, Carlos Miguel. There we go. So, Martinez is injured. Let's... Exato, o custo do Depay é absurdo demais, mas se o resultado é título, sabe? É um daqueles sacrifícios que a gente faz. Eu também não posso dizer nada, que o meu clube gastou tanto dinheiro pra ser o quê? Segundo lugar na Libertadores, segundo lugar no Brasileiro, perdendo o Paulista pra vocês, perdendo na Copa do Brasil pra vocês. Tá um sufoco. Assim, eu digo assim, sufoco em aspas, porque tem sido uma boa era pra nós. Só esses últimos 2 anos têm sido frustrantes por causa de ter, assim, jogadores que eu acho que têm talento, mas as coisas com o Abel, as táticas e tudo não tem funcionado como em anos passados. Então tem essa frustração de não ver o time jogando do jeito que eu acho que todo mundo sabe que eles podem jogar. Então, mas acontece, pelo menos no meu caso, eu lembro dos tempos quando o Palmeiras estava sendo relegado para B. Então, realmente, como no meu caso eu não tô assim tanto de pé dizendo que é fora Bel isso, fora Bel aquilo, fora Leila isso, fora Bel aquilo. Não é realmente como... É uma fase frustrante, mas eu levo... Pra mim, uma fase dessas é melhor do que fase onde tava sendo relegado durante os anos 2000 e tendo problemas financeiros e tudo isso. Então, realmente, todo mundo que tem assistido futebol brasileiro sabe que tem clubes que passam por essas fases mesmo. E com o Corinthians... Não, imagina mesmo, se o Corinthians tivesse como a estrutura que o Palmeiras tem agora, assim, de finança e tudo, e com o jeito que eles têm jogado em Copas, meu Deus, estariam ganhando mais do que só uma Copa do Brasil nesse caso, eu acho. Show. Sorry. Anderson, Flaco. Okay, Flaco crosses again. Vega gets intercepted, but Hobson's there to pick it up. Vega again. Felipe Anderson, Andreas, Vitor Roque. Close, but not quite. Muito obrigado, Soku Shinbutsu. Tinha que pronunciar isso direito, mas muito obrigado pelo apoio aqui. Bons estudos aí e espero que a live consiga ir bem. Right, Vega here, stoppage time, free kick chance. Right, what are you gonna do here? Why are we hesitating? Like, just go for goal. Like, we're... Pode ser soco. Só soco mesmo. Beleza. Okay, well, we ended the draw against Mirassol. A little frustrating, but it's like the last game of the Paulista before the quarterfinals, and we still did well enough, table-wise. Paulinho only won the 3 days. Whew. Relief. FIFA's been greedy for a long time, but this Infantino era of greed is just, it's somehow making me miss the days of Sepp Blatter. Which, no, that I completely understood what you meant by that. Trust me, but it is frustrating. Let me just get a little more shade here. Dum bum. Okay, so Libertadores. Transfer deadline, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't want to do any transfer movements in this window. I'm going to wait until the next one to start moving things around. So group stage of the Libertadores. So we got Peñarol. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we got the quarterfinals. So we got Guarani in the quarterfinals of the Paulista. Let me just change the training schedule here. Yeah, I did see that, Dan. Pretty good stuff there in terms of like there should be some pretty good tests for England in my opinion. Okay. Let me just change the training schedule here for the match. Okay, let's keep going. There we go. Right. I'll just have the assistants do the press conferences. So we are at Allianz for this first game of the Libertadores, so that's exciting. Oh god, Piqueres is out for 2 weeks. Well, that's shitty timing for that to happen. Okay, Jafité. Bum bum bum. All right, let's save here. Okay. All right, folks. Copa Libertadores hours. Let me see if I can find the anthem real quick to play us in. Okay, yeah, let me just find it on the browser then instead. I will find it here. Just to get us hyped up accordingly. Okay, I think I found it. There we go. Let it play accordingly. There we go. We are the favorites for a reason. Get out there, make a difference. Our quest for the Tetra in the Copa Libertadores, these are the hours. Hey Fabio, I'm using one. It was a trying to remember the user's name here. Give me 1 second to find it. Falso Bohemio, who's a Spanish content creator, did like a worldwide leagues list for both the men's and women's games, and that the Brazilian database he's gotten is what I'm using here. Yeah, it pretty much has everything up until the yeah, Tassetti Day, I believe, is what he's gotten, and I think he even has like the lower side of the things with the stud wise as well. I haven't tested it out that far down into it to see if it works properly, but I did see even the no Serie D teams, like only the state teams being listed, so yeah. Right, so that hypes us up accordingly here. Back to the usual music. Granted, if you're on YouTube, you don't hear the music at all since copyrights and stuff, and having to get around those on VODs is crazy. So the Twitch will have all the background music stuff, mostly. Sim. Pode escrever em português ou em inglês, Fábio. A coisa do OBS decidiu cair no pior tempo possível, Fábio. Não, eu tava dizendo que eu posso falar em português ou em inglês, mas porque a maioria do meu pessoal é mais norte-americano, europeu, a maioria do tempo é um stream em português, em inglês, eu quero dizer. Mas dá pra falar os dois. Pênalti agora. É penalidade, vamos. Mostra, mostra, juiz, vamos. Penalidade máxima. Que tá indo agora. Okay, no worries at all, Fabio. I'll switch between the two of them. It's cool. I need to practice. Vitor Hockey. Right on the Campanha's arms. Jesus.
I can't believe you've done this.
At least we're leading 1-0, but... And Vitor Hockey did score the first goal, but damn. Thanks, Dan. Tenha uma boa semana também. Gomez. Kelvin. We've got... Gi got injured a couple of games ago, and then Pt.2 is healing out of like a hamstring injury for the next week. I think, for me, Vitor Hockey, great goal. It took me a while to get used to it. Você também, Luke. Muito obrigado. Tenha uma ótima semana também. Volte para Alaska. I think with this version, I did have a little bit of a hard time getting adapted to it in the first 2 weeks of the beta, but now that I have my bookmarks settled and I know where to find things, it's been fine for me. I haven't had too many issues, but I know player experience tends to be different depending on the person, so... But I've been having a decent time with the game since the release, so... Flacco, oh. That was almost a goal. Yeah, have a nice Christmas as well and a Happy New Year as well too on your side. Murilo, Ramon Sousa, Andreas, Evangelista, puta que pariu, cara. Okay, Pinheiro on the counter here just before the end of the half. Weberton, please. How do you get a hand on that and still let that go in, is my question. Let me just see this exactly. What? It's like, he had his hands going to it and then he's just like, whoop, never mind. Yeah, they are. I've been having Flock was more of the deep line forward in this style. For it, while Vitor Hockey just remains as the center forward. I know like their foots are inverted, but it's been surprisingly working out well for me so far into it. Although I do wonder if the results if we'll get similar results if I reverse it around and have Flacco on the right hand side. But like, I have them in their preferred footed sides as well, but I know, like, Bell does weird stuff with this. And I kind of decided to do a little bit different from where he does, where in possession I have them both guys as midfielders here, between Evangelista and Pereira. And then out of possession, I'll have Andreas up as the midfielder, and then Lucas Evangelista dropping down. Okay, Jeffite. Okay, well, that was just the beginning of the half. Okay, Jeffite on the corner. Flacco. Oh, so close. Yeah, I really wish as well, like on that side of the spectrum, just to kind of explore that a little bit more. But I figure with F26, it's the prototype for whatever like their next best games of the series are going to be. So it might take until like 27 or 28 to make things happen. Flacco, there we go. The Flacco hockey combination is actually working incredibly in this as well as it does in real life. Right. Mauricio has been struggling, so I'm gonna have yeah, we can have Paulinho step in. Let's see, Sosa, he's right-footed, so we'll have him go here. Paulinho on the left. Wow, so yeah, you're definitely a distance away, Luke, in the northern portion of the country there. And look, on your side, are you just a Palmeiras Ciorli, or do you have a team over in on your side of the spectrum in Santa Catarina or in Rio Grande do Norte nowadays? Yeah, I did make those changes as well on the halftime portion, Fabio, just because I know like the game's been suspect to like change it in possession but not out of possession and have that confusion. Flacco, Andreas. Oh, you're wide open. There we go. Perfect. There we go. It took us a little while, but we finally got the panel broken down. Oh, they are? Hold on. Let me check that again. Thank you. I thought you were talking about the... Yeah, thanks for grabbing that. I thought you were mentioning about the Andreas Lucas thing from earlier. That's on me. Thank you. Alright, now that makes more sense. Suddenly that explains a lot with Paulinho's rating. Palmeiras and sympathy for Criciúma. Fair enough. Alright, can't do much about that. Good for a save from Weverton, but just the defense fell asleep on the defending the rebound there. Wow, yeah, they just did not react at all to the aftermath of that save. I've only done it as far as comprehensive highlights, Fabio, but not the full match yet. I may do that for like a big final, like for a Libertadores in the save down the line for sure, though, just to get the full experience with it and see how it goes. Only playing full match, wow. That's a commitment in and of itself. And sure, we'll do some garbage time substitutions now that we've got the game on ice. Gilberto, Caio, sure, Facundo can jump in, I guess. And there we go. Our first game of the Copa Libertadores. And we have won it pretty handily, I would say. So let's see the groups, actually. So Botafogo, Cerro Porteño, Táchira and Belgrade. B, Independiente del Valle, Nacional, Bragantino, VS Sarsfield. So Flamengo has Nacional Potosí, Universidad de Chile, UCV, Venezuela. D, Córdoba, Grêmio, Independiente Santa Fe and Lanús. And then in our group, yeah, we have Liga de Quito, Penero, and Talleres for ours. And the players don't dribble, use special. Interesting that it does that for a full match sort of highlight. Very intriguing. Some interesting groups in this one. But yeah, good debut in the Libertadores, and then now we're going to rotate a little bit for the Guarani game on our side, just because, yeah, Paulinho needs to get a little bit sharper. I'm going to give Riquelme Felipe some time in this one as well. Instead of Andreas, I want to have Emiliano in. Yeah, so GI is out for 4 to 7 weeks on his side, which is not fun, unfortunately. Yeah, that is interesting, Fabio. Something that I may just actually check out like offline in my offline save that I'm working on for the YouTube channel with San Etienne. Like, I may just run the full match test just to kind of see like the stuff that you're mentioning there, just for the like full on intrigue of it in and of itself. Okay, so Animal Moreno, another couple of days that he's gonna be out. Andreas, 1 to 2 days. But yeah, Guarani, it should be interesting because I know like they've been having rough years in real life, but Guarani is never a side that I would underestimate, just given that they produce a good amount of talent on their end. And at one point, they were like one of the bigger teams in the interior portion of Sao Paulo. Right, so yeah, we'll get Kelvin in, and then I'll have Benedetti, Mikhail. There we go. Then just go on the weaker foot for the time being, instructions wise. Okay, let's go to match. Then I'm adding a reminder to myself on my board to see if I can figure out like a integration so that way both chats for Twitch and YouTube can be seen above the chat window over here. Just so that way it's easier to kind of interact with everybody. Yeah, selling wise on the San Etienne save, I've had a bit of a rough time as well, but thankfully they have a really good academy on their end, so I've just been like making a couple purchases here and there, and then having mostly the younger guys starting to get integrated into the club lineups and stuff. Because I had a point in which Oscar Spetniceter, who I bought in like my second season, wanted to move out of the club to a bigger club, and just no clubs could match like the sort of like minimum we set for him on promises. Hey, Baron, good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're having a fun time there, staring at my face and what have you. Hopefully all is well in general on your end of the spectrum. Let's see, Brandão. Izaki. Oh, crosses it. Brandão. Ooh. That's the worst possible way I could have started this game. Alright, let's encourage. Oh, hold on. Let me find one different song here. What? Huh? I think this is FM's way of saying that I'm due for a loss because, woof. That is 2 rough goals to give up in the first 10 minutes. Oh, now they start to give me actual like instructions for other stuff. Well, we'll adjust accordingly. We're able to score goals. Like, we're good at that, so pressing configuration of it. Okay, good work there from Torres. Okay, Facundo. Bad giveaway. Okay, 2 goals and then a red card in the first 15 minutes. Yeah, this is just... woof. Yeah, definitely need to set this to normal. Just... and go easy on tackles at this juncture too, because cannot afford another red. I'm not sure why they have this twin marking. That hasn't solved anything. Okay, let's just adjustment. All right, well. So we need to have another defender come in immediately, which means Vega, unfortunately, you are the odd man out here. Okay, Gustavo Gomes. I'm going to try this at least for the first half and see how it goes. And if we don't get anything out of it, I can probably make some changes to it. You'll sort of try to stick to similar instructions to what we've been having. Just to make the difference, make me proud. Encourage. Oh boy. This is going to be rough. Yeah. Well, at least he made a save for once. That's cool. Okay, there we go here. So Gomes, Caio. Okay, Facundo. One chance that we get and you just whiff it. Jesus fuck. Okay, rotation might have been the worst idea here. But still got a half. If we can get at least like one goal here before the end of the half, there might be a chance still. Oh. Don't tell me. So we hit the post. And thankfully nothing else damaging happens after that. Why is this highlight still going? Please, no more. You've made your point. You've already scored 3. You don't need to do any more. I promise you. Give me 1 second here, sorry. Gotta take this call. Sorry about that, everybody. Just had to take a quick call from my mom here. Back now. Let me just double check the microphone settings to make sure we're all good. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go very attacking at this point too. Like at this point I have to be like incredibly aggressive to try and salvage something out of this. Okay. Defense? Please? Thankfully, that did not result in the 4th goal for them. Alright, so we need definitely a good amount of substitutions here. Pt.2, you're gonna have to come on. I'm sorry. I need you. Paulinho's been fine. Dikelmi is definitely a little bit nervous on his side of the spectrum. Flacco. Felipe Anderson, I'm giving you a shot here. Just, like, let's figure it out. Gomes, Benedacci, Kelvin, Benedacci, Emiliano Martinez. Good pass there. Vitor Roque, Paulinho, Piqueires. That's a good save. I can't complain that much about it. Flacco, Paulinho. From distance, forces a corner. Let me check a couple things here, instructions-wise. We need to be quick. Right. Izaki. Good defending there to keep them from scoring another. Good ball there. Paulinho. Okay, really no ending result of the highlight. Okay, Felipe Anderson. Good pass. Vitor Roque. Can we do something here? Anything, really. That results in a goal, ideally. Instead results in a goal for me, not for them. Damn it. Oh, man. Oh, come on, ref. Really? Such a soft fucking call from their side. Right. I need Martinez stepping up. Yeah, we gotta risk. Go for risks. And Felipe Anderson has just been having a horror show of a game, so Andreas, we're having to step up here on the attacking wing side instead. Kelvin. Piqueres. Dachi. Emiliano. Kelvin. You've got an open lane, buddy. Fuck with Paulinho. Terrible. Just absolutely horrid. Hey, well, we're getting punched in the mouth for this one, so I just gotta take it. Nature of the beast. Please go to hell, bot. Okay. Seriously? Yeah, you're gonna have to play a role that you're not used to. It is what it is. Too little, too late at this point, but that's a tough loss to take. Giving up 3 goals within 20 minutes and a red card to go with it, there's just no coming back from it, more often than not. Alright, well, we're out of the Campeonato Paulista, so at least that's like 2 less games for our schedule. So I guess there's that positive. But we're on to the next game of the Libertadores in this case. Can't really do much about it at this juncture. Board very disappointed. Well, shut the fuck up. switch them out. Okay. Fullbacks. All right. Alright, so we got the Quito and we are on the road for this one. So hopefully we don't get beaten like we did in real life against them the last time this matchup happened. Okay, good going there. Okay, Murilo, good awareness there. Jafité, Paulinho, Flaco, Andreas Evangelista. Great pass there, Flaco. The fucking fish, come on, please. That was right there for you. Corner kick here, Andreas. Terrible corner attempt. I think Lamodi's is there to recover. He redeems himself by scoring. Let's go. Oh boy. What happened here? Okay, big free kick for Quito. Flaco with a good header to get that away. Evangelista wins out on the ball. Great long ball there, Paulinho, but ref decides to call it just as we're about to head into their zone. Brutal. Okay, The office is definitely struggling a little bit here. Gomes, Jafité, Evangelista, Flaco, Vitor Roque. Just a couple wasted opportunities for the most part here. That's tough. Hey, Deadman. Kelvin. What the fuck was that? Fuck off. God, fuck you. Holy fucking shit. All right. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Okay, good takeaway from Odilo. The passing was horrid, though. Go figure. Why is Weverton deciding to lay like multiple goose eggs here? What the actual fuck, you guys? Please. That's a frustrating loss here. I know we're on the road and all, but just 2 stupid goals to give away like that. But hey, sometimes bad stretches happen, and it seems like we are running into that at the moment. Thankfully, it's only 2 out of 6 matches so far, and we can get Quito back for this when we have him at home. Yes, whatever. Right. Let's see. That said, we've been going at this for over 2 hours here, and I do need to work on some other videos offline, so I'll be calling it a wrap on stream here. Both sides. Thanks again for all the support over on YouTube as well as over on Twitch. So goodbye, YouTube. Take care of yourselves, and then we'll find someone on the Twitch side